So, a client came to me for help installing a culture of governance at his company. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for people to start doing things better, but I'm not really getting anywhere, he said. So after a brief conversation, I told him that he has to do more than simply ask nicely. You're working so hard to be the good cop in your scenario, I explained, but this only works if you have a bad cop as well, or at least the appearance of one. Otherwise, you're basically assuming that your people will eventually do the right thing, maybe even because they want to. But most of them, they really don't work that way. Even when we have a meaningful personal incentive to motivate us to change, we also need to risk consequences if we don't. Think about mothers of a certain era who say to their kids, "Just wait till your father gets home," and you'll get the idea. Our response was twofold. First, we started meeting with everyone on the basis of, what's in it for me? And only then did we talk about the new mandates coming over the horizon and the need to take them seriously. Because remember I talked about that personal motivation? It's all about me. In good cop mode, we stressed how the new program was going to make it easier for people to find what they need when they need it and have direct access to it, even if it's in a silo somewhere. But then we trotted out the bad cop, or at least the prospect of one, by talking about how their Outlook folders were soon going to be made view-only due to a new company directive to properly file email messages. But even then, we dangled a bit of good cop by saying, we were asked to come here to be sure your input is part of this process, so if you've got something to say it now, so they don't have to guess, and maybe guess wrong, because I'll guarantee you'll hate that. The idea was to present better governance as something being done for you, not to you, even as we made clear that its introduction was inevitable. By focusing on how his people would actually benefit from the new practices, my client was able to energize what had been a slow-to-roll project without having to resort to more heavy-handed techniques like making compliance a measurable part of people's compensation. Oh yes, it can get that heavy-handed. But that option is still out there if they really do need a bad cop at some point. If this makes sense to you, and you're dealing with something similar, then let's chat about how to get your project moving.